Hello everybody and welcome in. It is time for the start of the Olympus raid videos to help you all out. So as you may know or may not know, our contests, our Champions of Olympus club has been the first club to beat the heroic raid, to go through the T4s to get into the heroic and slay it. And it was I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty awesome. It was a lot of hard work, so that's kind of where I've been for the last couple of weeks. We have had some time to really just go all out focusing on the raid, and I've had less time recently to focus on the likes of doing videos and streams. But then when the raid came out, my focus was for the club, and I've been going through walking people through, come out with strategies, all this kind of stuff, and it has paid off. It has been a long couple of weeks. We've spent a long time on video calls and all that with the club, teaching people, walking people through, bringing up strategies, bringing up ideas, bringing out the best things for each Titan. So all that kind of stuff is going to be coming out. We're going to start leeching them out. We've got some secrets for heroic. If everybody likes some secrets, stay tuned for some heroic secrets. And let me know in the comments below what you all want to see first. If you want to see the heroic secrets, or if you want to start seeing all the other stuff to help you with your everything else raid related. But just a little something for you all. This right here this is us, Champions of Olympus, beating the heroic raid first. And I love the little it had to be from Meathead, with a name like ours, the Champions of Olympus, to be the Champions of the Siege of Olympus raid. So there is definitely that. And it was definitely fun. We all thought of it the same. We were like, yeah, we us for names. As soon as it was announced, yeah, we need to be the ones that beat it. We're a competitive bunch. We want to be the best of the best, and it's definitely shown. So here we are. This is the Sorcerer's chosen and the ones that I have got it. And now I'm going to go through my list of who I had up, why I had them up, and why I prioritized them for you all. For anyone who doesn't have these characters up, or who is going to be starting to prioritize them, take a minute, have a listen to why I'm going to give some of these recommendations, and then you can make your own decisions from there if you so wish. So there's always that. So, but more information is better, and especially for someone who's just spent the last few weeks sorting it out, and we've proven our strategies have come through. So if you want the heroic strategies, and if you want the things that have helped, then this is going to be just a taste of a little bit of that. So if you all want, yet again, the secrets for heroic, some secrets, then let me know in the comments below. If you want to see other strategies, team builds, all the other kind of stuff, let me know in the comments below too. That'll just help me know which one to prioritize. So here I have my priority list. This is my priority list for the chosen. We have got seven of these characters are mythical. One of them is Downtown Hero. So I want to go through my priority, and then I'm going to address what I've just mentioned at the end of why you may stray from this priority. But this is the best. So the best of the best, Frozone. Frozone has shown, especially for tier 4s and up, he has proven to be, he's been the standout character. Cozy's already made all sorts of videos on him saying, wow, Frozone bombs and all this, and everything else. Yeah, he's great. He's absolutely great, and he's good in more than one game modes. But especially for the raid, he can slay and set up teams to slay the raid on every single boss. So having characters that are good on every single boss, no matter what, that is amazing. You can also use him in different ways in the raids. So we've got him and what he does, mainly starting with this. So in raids, this ability gains 200% bonus potency. That is like the biggest thing, especially when you need to, in tier 4s, you need to take out the titans in different orders. When you don't kill the rock titan, you need that potency, and he's one of these characters you can just slice on through it. So he is definitely a big key, but also like his damage just starts stacking up. Like you see 15k additional damage, and I think with what the tier 8.5s that I saw with Cozy and the rest of them, and through watching my teammates and helping them through, they're doing like 22 to 30k hits. That starts slamming the bosses, and it's like just easy empowered bosses using Frozone. So that is a thing. So that is definitely a thing to consider. So he is a very good for that. Like top number 1, all of his abilities, more damage, always gets slows, and then his extra ice blocks for far more damage as well. So he is way up there. I'll go in a deeper dive on all these characters in another video if you want to fully understand them. Let me know if you want to prioritize that or other things first. Let me know your priority. But next on my priority list from all of this may shock somebody. I've seen all sorts of things saying, okay, we need to get Oogie up, we need to get Queen of Hearts up. My next one will be Merlin. He is 100% my priority. He's jack of all trades. He is jack of all titans. You throw, just like Frozone, throw him into any titan at all, he is going to do amazing. He is going to get all the things done. Because of this here, he's got his basic to give sleep, he can snipe the summons with the ice and the tornado titan, which is like, that is amazing in itself. He's also got the use your head, which is gonna fully cleanse your team, which is pretty amazing, pretty solid. But then also fully give back MP, use it however you need to in the situations to get the desired result. You can use him as a always cleanser, giving it to himself every turn to always make sure your team is full of good effects and not be bogged down with bad effects, because the Titans just run rampant when you are. So that is huge. But then he's also got his goat, Merlin the goat. Like him being able to go in and reduce speed meter on the Titans as well, that is huge. Like it is very good and underrated, and I've seen a lot of people just solely only using use your head and just never using this. There's a time and a place, and I definitely utilize this a lot. So don't always listen to what everyone else says. As far as this one, Brain over Bronze, it's nice when it happens, not so much of a priority, but definitely like every single raid boss, you need that cleanse, you need those snipes for the control, and he fills all those boxes on every single raid boss, which is amazing. So that's why Merlin is my number 2, and I've saw a lot of people especially saying, oh, Oogie, the AoE silence, he's going to be the best, and we're going to get in the taunt and the... Yes, but no. Like, yes, he is going to be amazing, he's going to be very well used, but I'd say for every single raid, if you're limited in your chosen, Merlin will help you so bad. You can throw another taunter in that you have another tank that you have at tier 8, and then just use Merlin to do what Oogie was doing plus better. Then this has been a very bit of a sleeper, and it is not in the order that I'm going here. They're not in actually order. But the next one, my third priority, would be Jack, Santa Jack, not Jack, but Jack Skellington. So having Jack is absolutely amazing. Not only does his Santa suit look cool, if you'll get that, you might get another chance to get it at Christmas if you didn't, but he is super underrated. There's so many. I came up with a whole lot of different strategies for him, depending on the different ways to get through the raids to everything. But he is massive, and mainly because of this, the 200 potency in raid. He is instrumental, absolutely like necessity for your team in your club to do well against the Rock Titan. He is going to be there, and he's going to be the one where he's going to be carrying teams, and you're going to have teams be able to do what they need to do because of him. And then there's a whole bunch of other builds that I'll get into later, but that is the main key. Like, no matter what, especially if you're doing tier 4 and you want to be able to survive and slap in tier 4, Jack Skellington. When you have to take the rocks, the Titans out in different order, when you have to take the rock out last, you need him all the time. So massive priority, absolutely massive priority. Also, like throwing a taunt on things, yes, that is can be amazing in certain team builds, which we can cover in team build time. But he's definitely my big third. Outside of that, after this is now where I get back to kind of where other people go, and the next is Oogie. So Oogie Boogie, oh, I don't like the look of this on the screen. But there we go, I look better. But Oogie Boogie has been massive because of his whole kit. So he does bring amazing things. So he's got the AoE silence, which is guaranteed in raids on all opponents. So that means you're going to use him instrumentally for Wind Titan and the Ice Titan. He's going to be amazing on both. But also, just him getting taunts and crit immunity is going to help him with the Rock and any of the other Titans. That is huge. So he is one that can be used on any of them. Not quite good as the others, I'd say, but very, very close. Like, he's going to be absolutely amazing. But also, he has got this one here to give the slow. And this is more turns, is 4 turns in raid, 2 turns standard. But that is absolutely amazing. Also at tier 8, when you have to get him up there, he is very fast. He is a very fast tank. So that is very nice. That is going to help a whole lot. So getting that out there, he can be viable outside of raids as well. So that's like the top 4, but for the last one in the top 4, for the top 5, is going to be Queen of Hearts. Like, as you guessed, like those are my tier 8s. Queen of Hearts, she completes a lot of different builds, and yet again, like Oogie, she has that scream, which she can get the AoE guaranteed silence in raid. AoE, so that means Tornado Titan and the Ice Titan, she's going to be absolutely amazing for. But not only that, she has come absolutely amazing. Like, her basic hits hard, so you can get a good amount of damage doing this. So that is very, very, very nice. But also, like, putting her in teams, like one of the best teams in the raid is like the Panic and Pain Hades team. Using these and her summoned cards in here to keep getting Hades to pop off is amazing. Since this is different to the Ursula raid, and the bosses are not getting turn meter every time they hit until they're enraged, then they do. Summons are absolutely amazing up until that point. So you keep summoning them out, keep getting them out there, keep sacrificing them, and that can get you far in certain raid strategies. So I can do the teams for these later on in other videos, and there's lots of different teams, but then that kind of leaves like the last 3. These are the last 3, and these are like my last priority, and I'll just give you a quick little go over them because they're like that's where things are kind of going off. Then for me it'll be Horn King. Horn King is just Mr. Reliable. He is there. All he's there for is to get him out doing a little bit of damage. He does extra damage in raids, so he will come in and slay and do raids and do amazing. But outside of that, it's kind of like that's all you're there, and that's all you're relying on for him. So there is that. So he's just a very one-trick pony. If you need someone to cause damage, he is absolutely who you're there. But the reason why he's not high on priority is because with the other ones, I'm gonna just put this out there. A lot of other people have other tier 8 characters out there that are not chosen that you'll be using as damage dealers. So you don't need to rely on him for that. You can build teams around not solely relying on that. So there is that. So that's Horn King for me. The next would be Sally. Now it's a very tight toss up between Horn King and Sally here. It's like once you've got your 5 teams, is when you're now, for a lot of people, running out of tier 8 characters. then you're going to have to make the decision. Do you want Horn King for damage, or do you want Sally for more support? And she is amazing to use, well, amazing, good to use as another controller with this giving sleep in the raid. So you can use her on the Tornado and the Ice Titan to help control them. And that, to me, like when I'm getting to the end of my roster, I'm running out of control options. So for me, she is going to be my priority. Also, blind on the bosses, this one here, underrated. Blind on the bosses, pretty amazing. You can avoid yourselves taking a lot of damage with her. So she has got a good, like, Horn King's just there solely for damage. That's what you need if you've got enough other utility and everything else. Sally is there fighting for that position if you need the utility, if you need the blinds and the sleeps and the survival to get far, if you have the damage. So that's where I'll put them. And then Olaf, I'll put it last. And what I would say about Olaf, like, maybe a little bit unfair to put him right down there at the end. He does some things amazing, like he never dies. In raids, he never dies, which is absolutely amazing. In raids, this ability is guaranteed to activate. So he's just gonna die and die and die and die. And if the boss keeps targeting him, if you force taunt him, if you do any of that kind of stuff, you can just use him as fodder, use him to just die and die and die and die. And we can come up with other strategies for that, which I can share too. And he is, don't get me wrong, he's good. But you can that also means you can just use his basic to reduce speed meter. You can give healing. One of the best things about him, he can die as much as he likes, but he can heal up your team. And if he dies, he gets full abilities back. So that's pretty amazing. I will say that. But once he gets to the stage of dying, he's pretty much, it's a bonus if you get him to have another turn. He's pretty much there just to die again. And if you get another turn, that's amazing. But just using those abilities over and over, they've got fairly small cooldowns, so you get to use them quite a lot. So that's why he's in that position. So yes, he's amazing. He's amazing on Frozone team. He's amazing in certain builds, but they all can be amazing in different builds. But that's why I put him at the end, because he's there just for one reason. He's there for fodder. He is there for fodder and to feed the team while he can. So that is my priority for the Chosen. Hopefully that's a pretty decent description for all of them. We will have to go through and do videos on each one of them to fully dive into their kits, and then other videos for strategies. So let me know, comments below, what you guys want to see in front of that. Do you want to see the secrets of Heroic Raid? Do you want to see the secret that's in there? Do you want to see the deep dive on the Sorcerer Chosen, just fully diving into them? Do you want to see the strategic team builds? You guys let me know. Comments are going to rule this down in the comments below. So we'll see you all down there.